All right, we are live for October 23rd, 12 days before real basketball starts, gentlemen. How are we feeling?
Fucking hype, dude. I'm
All
I'm
day
ready
Monday.
to. Yep, I'm ready to spray all my money away. This is
Yeah,
exactly
that
what will
Monday
happen.
slate, I mean, it's worth throwing your entire bankroll on.
Yeah, well, we should just bet every game.
Southern Illinois
We should.
Charleston will be bet on for sure at noon or whatever.
Oh,
1
yeah,
o'clock.
Evansville by a million.
Oh, I cannot wait to sweat out noon games, bro.
Yeah, we might have to
Shit
leave
ton
work
of
early
work
that day. Yeah,
Yeah, D's lucky enough to watch it in a college couch, maybe if he's not in class. Lucky
Yeah,
somebody.
for sure. Especially Monday I will be 100% because I have one class early in the morning. That's it. So
easy.
That's easy money.
Yeah, I gotta pull up all these freaking games again. Corpus Christi, Purdue. Oh, wait, this is all top 25. I was gonna say, where's the 11 a.m. IU Indy game?
Against IUC Crimson Pride, IU Columbus.
The hell is IU Columbus? Is that where the PUI went?
No, IUPUI, IU Indy is playing IU Columbus at 11 o'clock in the morning. Columbus
I thought
Pride.
they split into two. Oh, they just have one basketball team.
They're not IUP. Yeah, they just moved to their IUI, Indiana University, Indianapolis. They lost to Purdue, and then that's why IPFW became PFW because then they took over the Purdue degrees, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then now, if you go to IUI, you're getting an IU degree, not a Purdue degree or whatever. You don't have an option.
Yeah, that's a rough go. Oh, there's Edie. Oh, you bum. How are you 7'4"? You shoot the ball from at the rim. It doesn't go in. It sits on the rim.
2
Two
points.
boards right
Okay.
there. All right. Let's get some points, more rebounds. Let's get this double-double. Anyway, yeah, I mean, what is this? To be determined. I'm assuming 11 a.m. Same Houston, Nevada. Probably looks like one of the better. Charleston, Southern Illinois at 11.
That's a for sure bet
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, there's some. I mean, it's not creme de la creme games, but there's just still some good games going on.
Yeah,
Miami,
for
Ohio,
sure.
App State. I mean, there's some stuff going on.
For sure.
The Cocaine Bears at Duke.
St. Louis, Santa Clara, banger. Denver, Stanford, banger.
Robbie Avila coming in at St. Louis.
Is he?
Yeah, he went to St. Louis. Him and
It's Josh Schertz went too, the coach.
yeah, I thought there was another
Oh,
player
that's
that went.
that's why.
There was.
I was gonna say that's like a lateral move for him. Like, what's the difference?
Yeah,
Hell
no,
no.
Better
St. Louis-
better conference, but
St. Louis is a much better program, I would say. Than
I mean, Indiana State built something there. They could
yeah, they were. Indiana State was. I would have put them way over St. Louis last season. I mean,
Well,
historically, you're right, but like,
I don't think it's a lateral move, but I mean, you're jumping into a whole new playing field. But I mean, other than Larry Bird, and last year, talk about a choke job.
They brought in St. Louis brought in a lot of guys
That'll be good.
from the portal.
did they?
Yeah, Kobe Johnson. I'm looking at on 3. It says Kobe Johnson from last team was West Virginia.
They got
AJ
smoked.
Casey from Miami.
They
Josiah
got smoked
Doppler
in the
from Creighton. Oh, Isaiah Swope's the other Indiana State guy.
From Indiana State, yeah, the point
Yep.
guard.
And then they lost Sincere Parker to McNeese. McNeese, another come up.
McNeese is gonna be good again.
they're gonna be so good.
Yeah, they are. Them and High Point. Those are. I haven't obviously gotten into every single mid-major, but High Point and McNeese are at the top for me. I think those two are going to be so good this year. I mean, McNeese retained almost everybody, didn't they?
Yes. Yes. I shouted that out last show.
Yep.
They had
Okay.
pretty much everybody other than they lost like one.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, but St. Louis not having Travis Ford anymore, they'll finally get out of that rut they've been in.
Yeah, I mean, getting Shirts. I mean, I thought Shirts may have gotten a P4 offer somewhere, but I mean, if he continues it up this year, he definitely will be next year. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Avia is he's a sophomore too, so he could follow his ass again too if he really wanted to. Or you know, I mean, I doubt he's going to get some NBA looks, but maybe he just has another ridiculous year and somehow gets lucky. But I would imagine wherever shirts go, Avia is going to follow him at this point.
Yeah. What's going on in the off-season world? What's going on with these not-so-secrets? What's going on in these? You got secrets to tell, I think,
These
right?
quote secret scrimmages. We all know the Rutgers and St. John's charity game that happened. St. John's won 91-85. They shot 46% from the floor, only 65% from free throw. 11 turnovers, 33% from three. But, I mean, they out-rebounded Rutgers by 9. Rutgers shot 41% from three, 82% from the free throw, 13 turnovers. So, I mean, they're I know it's just a preseason scrimmage game. It doesn't mean anything, but their defense was non-existent in that game. I mean, you hold St. John's to, they shot 46%, but, man, they shot 65% from the line to your 82, and you still lost. And you got out-rebounded. So, I mean, that's tough. But, I mean, if they got an offense, they're going to be a lot more fun to watch this year. That's for damn sure.
No, 100%.
Other
That
scrimmages.
was on Fox Sports, right? FS1?
I believe so. Big Ten Network, something like that.
Yeah.
There was Memphis, North Carolina. I know North Carolina won. Trimble had 33. North Carolina beat Memphis 84-76. Elliot Cadeau, double-double. Let's try to pull up this box score. All right, that's all it is. Cool. Jalen Washington had 17 points, 6 boards for him. RJ Davis didn't play. Injury. Jalen Withers had 8 boards, 6 points. So, I mean, it wasn't too bad. I mean, they didn't have their top guy. I'm sure it wasn't that serious, too. They weren't going all out, but still, Trimble 33 points. That's pretty impressive. Memphis, I remember watching that game in Memphis. They kind of brought it closer late, but they believed they were trailing about 10-15 majority of the game. Other secret scrimmage scores. We had Iowa State play Creighton. Iowa State won 83-82. Gilbert had 35 for Iowa State. Ashworth had 17.
You got to wonder, are they playing defense there? I mean,
Yes, I mean,
is it like?
to answer it right now, I mean, Texas won 80-52 over TCU.
I know that one stuck out, and I mean, Kansas State and Oklahoma 72-63 as well. That's a letdown for Oklahoma with 7 seniors on their team. They're just a continuous letdown, always. And that Kansas State team, watch out, Coleman Hawkins and Doug Mitchell.
Who was the little point guard? What was his name?
Doug Mitchell.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. Last year. What was
Doug
his name?
McDaniel, not Doug Mitchell, Doug McDaniel. But it wasn't last year, 2 years ago. Thinking about,
Was it?
I know exactly what you're
yeah.
talking about.
thinking about Marcus Noel.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the comparison I made last episode with Doug McDaniel, that they can kind of run that. But Coleman Hawkins looked like he kind of took over that game.
Yeah, I'm trying to find box scores without Googling every single game, but it looks like I'm going to have to. 11 points. Achor had 14 for Oklahoma. I mean, wasn't Porter Moser looking for new jobs this summer? DePaul, linked to DePaul job. There was that talk. I don't know about anything else, but kind of weird that he was talking about going other places, getting linked to other places, and then he's back at Oklahoma. I wonder how, ready or good they'll be, knowing that their coach was just trying to bail out on them immediately after the season. So that'll be interesting. I mean, and they lost what was that, 12 points or something? Of 9 points.
9, yeah. But still, Baylor's going to be good, it looks like, too. They just What was that? Do you have that score?
80-72. They beat A&M.
Yeah, I mean they got a vet point guard now, which I know like Baylor has always had guards the last couple of years. It's like what's carried that team, but I think having like that experience and that guy that's been around for fucking ever as your point guard and facilitator, like if they have any good guards again, like they'll be real happy to play with Roach.
Yep.
I'm excited to see Norchad Omier too on that team since he transferred out from Miami.
He's on Baylor.
Guy. No, he's on A&M.
Oh, wait,
he's on Baylor.
Oh,
he's on Baylor.
Yeah, I mean that they're fucking. I might have to. I'm gonna be a pseudo Baylor fan, I think, then, because like obviously we all knew about Omier on Miami. He was the only guy that could fucking get down and dirty for them. They got a good team. I mean it's not a shocker. They're always good, but
VJ Edgecombe too. You got to shout out that name, VJ Edgecombe. I'm all on that. Let's get the Edgecombe going and that stadium. Let's root for Baylor.
No, remember, weird shit happened at Baylor last year. We got screwed multiple times when they played home games.
Yeah, what game was that where they were up the whole game and then they didn't even
ref game? Like he called technical. He threw Drew out or something. Like who did they?
I think that was the last leg of our parlay.
Yeah, it was. Scott Drew ejected. What game was that?
Yeah, that game was.
He left the coaching box. He left. That's right. It was something stupid. He left the coaching box. Who was that? Who are they playing? Iowa State. There was something else that happened. There was something else that happened there too. But they couldn't cover at home to save their life.
No, they couldn't.
It was bad. You couldn't back them at home last year, but. I mean, they've got a lot of good freshmen. You beat me to it, that VJ Edgecombe kid. He looks really, really, really good. I was reading somewhere that they're projecting him to be a lottery pick this year, too. Jeff Goodman's dumbass said he'd get drafted. He could get drafted over Cooper Flagg. I was like, no chance. Cooper Flagg's
Jeff Goodman is on the spectrum, I think.
You look good in orange.
Not the good spectrum either. But.
No, he's a fucking idiot.
He's a moron.
Like, yeah, I mean, he's an idiot.
Yeah, no, he's Jeff Goodman, Rob Dosler, whatever the hell how you say your name. We don't care.
There's some gem old heads in college basketball media. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Running through some of these other ones. South Carolina beat NC State 86-76. Who the hell's BHH? He had 22. I'd have to look at that roster, get his name offhand. But St. Joe's beat Providence. I don't know how shocking that really is. Providence is, they lost. What? Damn it! I'm drawing a blank on his name. Frizzy-haired kid did everything for him when what's his nuts went down. I gotta Google it. It's
who?
Providence last year. It was their whole team. It was
Devin Carter.
Devin Carter.
Yeah.
He's off to the pros.
Yeah.
Yes. Who was their other big guy?
Bryce Hopkins.
Bryce Hopkins.
Thank
you.
Yeah. He's still there.
He's saying
off the top of your head.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, if they had Hopkins, I think obviously it would have been a lot better. Carter wouldn't have been putting up the crazy stats he is, but I mean, still they're kind of struggling, kind of reeling. But we'll see how they figure it out. But they're just, I don't know how to feel about them. I'm not too high on them in the Big East this year. That's for sure. I'm sure they're going to steal a game or two at home. They have no business winning, but it's just what they do.
Hopkins was playing his ass off too when he was healthy at the beginning of the year last year before he got injured. He was playing really well. He surprised me since I'm a Kentucky fan when he transferred out. I didn't know how he was going to do in that system, but he surprised me.
Yeah, he's a good player, and like you said, he plays hard as fuck. Like he's big presence down there for sure.
Can we shout out that IU the team formerly known as IUPUI, IU Indy, won their secret scrimmage against Bellarmine.
They beat Bellarmine?
Big dub.
Bellarmine.
That's a big dub for them.
That's a huge dub for them.
Any dub is a big dub. They fucking suck.
fair, but damn,
Dude, I say we go to a what is it? Not IUPUI anymore. IUP.
IUND. Yeah,
IUND.
Geez, yeah, I think they
Let's
still
do
play
it.
at the Pepsi or Farmers Coliseum, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I'm so down to go watch a game.
One of my buddies, Mantis, he went to my high school. He walked on the court for them. They might just let us in. We don't even have to
In
get
a LeBron jersey.
yeah, they'll
I
let
fucking love Mantis. That's crazy.
yeah, Mantis is from my hometown. Shout out Mantis, but yeah, I think they'll just let us in. Let's go easily.
Although usually
100%.
Eastern.
just say you're part of media, and they'll be like, "All right, we got you courtside right here, right on the bench."
Dude, you got like Thanksgiving break, right? Yeah, they got games on Thanksgiving. Alabama, oh, that's an away game. Shit. But yeah, shout out IUN. Bellarmine was pretty bad last year, though. They were
No,
They were-
yeah,
they were
had
horrible.
a crazy year 2 years ago. They were really, really good.
It's that first year jitters of becoming in a D1 school. I feel like they just some type of luck.
Bellarmine's down at 305 right now.
Because Bellarmine, they almost beat Louisville last year at Louisville, and like
Yeah.
that was, I mean, Louisville was god awful. Everybody knows that, but like that was kind of just like a damn, like, but yeah, they were really bad. Because I remember Ball State beat them the game after they played Louisville, if I remember right.
That was 2
And-
years ago to start the season, 67-66.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they shocked some teams, some people last year or 2 years ago. I mean,
Yeah, that's right. 2 years ago.
lost at Clemson by 10 that year, Duke by 17. UCLA.
I think Louisville will be good. I mean, you don't have shoes to fill. You're filling sandals.
Yeah.
For Kenny Payne, but I mean, they got a lot of seniors. And hey, your boy Chucky Hepburn on that team as well too.
Yeah, the Chuckster.
Yep.
The who's that UCF guy? The Slim Shady hair. What the hell is his name?
Oh, because Sean Pryor
Yep. Yeah, he's
from
he's
Boise
on
State.
Louisville.
Boise
Did
State.
anyone watch that scrimmage the other day?
Louisville. It's an NBA association these days to go all of those three schools. That's crazy. Yeah, they got 7 seniors on their team, 8 seniors on their team.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull that.
They had that kid from BYU too, Khalifa or whatever his name is.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
They got a couple of
And Terrence Edwards Jr. from James Madison. Like that, they got some dogs on that team.
Yeah.
See how they mesh well. They'll beat Indiana.
I think they. I know they had a scrimmage. I think they beat the shit out of somebody.
They
played like Bible College or something. Yeah.
they
I mean,
rushed them.
What was that game? Who'd they
trying to
play? The Kentucky School of the Blind.
Yeah, I think it was pretty damn close. It was God, I have to probably search on Twitter for this. They kicked
that
the
was a winner. 106-59 against, you guessed it, Young Harris. It's like a SoundCloud
Harris, that was it.
school name. Young Harris. Hell yeah. Let's go. You don't know Young Harris?
Yeah, 106-59. Yeah. I believe they had like 23s in the first. I messaged you guys about I think they had like 23s with like 3 minutes into the second half. Like they were raining. Try to find
Terrence
63-27 at halftime.
That's a sleeper. That's a sleeper for the ACC.
Is that Fats Russell? Fat.
Dude, they're doing good.
They this fat guy had 18 points, all off of threes, in the first half. Roster.
And they got the kid from Charleston. Can't think of his name, but yeah, look out. They'll be good. Their schedule's not hard. I mean, they play Tennessee, Indiana, Duke's
Traore.
Kentucky, of course.
Pull this up. On 3. Yeah, Huntley Hatfield, and Mike James left. I think that was probably for the best, just to get those two guys. Noah Waterman's the other BYU guy that came with Khalifa. The freaking Whataburger tattoo on his arm. Who else did they get? Yeah, those two. Traore out of Long Beach, Kobe Rogers from Charleston, and then Kashawn Pryor.
What's that meme? Shut the
And
F
Rain
up.
Smith.
That one guy's on.
Oh my god, that was fuck, who is that?
Shut the F up.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
He's on the floor for BYU. It's not
Yeah.
Noah, but
The BYU kid. Yes, who was that?
TJ Halls.
yes. God,
I had to Google it, but yeah.
Forgot about that.
good for him not cussing though. That's solid. Good for him.
Dude, he would have been expelled from the Mormon community if he would have said that.
Heaven.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, obviously, their whole team is transfers, but I mean, they got some great players. I mean, they got Hadley out of Colorado too, so ton of seniors, ton of experience. I mean, I know they played a SoundCloud rapper, but they still 106 points. Now, obviously, you're not going to shoot probably 80% like you did that game from 3 all year, but I mean, they didn't look half bad.
Yeah, I'll take that as my first sleeper. I mean, you're going to be better than last year if you're Louisville, the last 2.5 years, so 3 years. But that's a storied program. Tough place to play. If they start off hot and sneak a win, they'll get the fans back and rally behind them. And what Pat Kelsey's doing, he's a program winner, and he can make that team a winner again.
Yep, literally can't be any worse than last year. I mean, Bellarmine would have beat. If Bellarmine played them last year, they would have beat them by 20. And Bellarmine wasn't any good.
Are you sure they didn't play last year?
I'm pretty sure. I'm looking 24. Go all the way. It's a lie. They did play Louisville.
I was about to say they crossed town
game
rivals.
of the year. Think that was their first win. Was that their first win? No, they beat UMBC, Coppin State, New Mexico State before. So a murderer's row.
Yeah, that UMBC game was crazy. I remember that was an opening night game. It was like 100 and something to 100 and something.
94, 93.
Bro, I love that school so much.
The University of Maryland, Baltimore County.
Yes.
Mark's
very-
legend.
I don't know why, but they it's like so weird. I don't bet them often, but whenever I do, it's like that's an automatic cover for whatever reason.
They're a good over team. They play fast as shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a team I ever target, really. It's just like a random, I don't know. They just respect my coin for whatever reason.
UMBC opens up against Penn State, York, and then they go to Penn State and play 4 days later. So
That should be interesting for them.
Penn State, be on watch for UMBC.
Penn State's another team that could be ass.
They'll be bad.
Yeah.
No Ace Baldwin, or is he still on the team? He might.
I believe he's gone. I can double check here, but I'm pretty positive he's gone.
Ooh, he's on the roster.
I thought he left.
Probably one of those COVID.
Or no. Rutgers has a kid named Ace. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah, you're thinking of the young freshman.
Yeah.
Who's he can be
Ace
drafted.
Bailey. Ace
They
Bailey.
can be drafted before Cooper Flag. They shouldn't be.
Oh yeah, we never. So are we hammering Cooper Flag not Wooden Award, by the way? Minus 1,400.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What? Minus 1,400? Not.
Yeah, no, not to win the Wooden. Minus 1,400. Yes, 7-1. And AJ Stores, yeah. Oh yeah, we talked about AJ Stores 5th at 20-1 somehow. Ain't no chance in hell.
Yeah. He's probably gonna win it.
We gotta pray no. We can't have a Dookie winning National Player of the Year.
He's just that dude, bro.
We'll see.
And they play a lot of big fucking games.
Yeah,
I'll
I
put
mean,
the evil on him.
Their schedule is not easy.
As soon as his legs start hurting, they'll be mending that shit. Like, all right, you're all right. Yep.
His legs ain't gonna hurt, bruh.
I mean, they got to play Army.
And like Flipkowski that last year.
Yeah, but he ain't Filipowski. I hate.
Filipowski's soft as a.
I don't want to. I don't want to shit talk Filipowski, but Cooper Flag is not him.
I will. He was soft as hell.
Hey, he's fucking good. He's good enough to get drafted.
Oh yeah, that was it. I faded him against the NC State when Burns had about 120 pounds on him. He's just gonna beat the shit out of him all game, and he did.
Might have had fucking 200 pounds on him, bro.
He abused him. That's for damn sure.
Duke randomly plays Illinois just on February 22nd this year. I love that.
That's what I'm saying. They're like look at their non-con, dude. Kentucky, Arizona, Kansas, Auburn. Yeah, and then Illinois.
Incarnate Word. I mean, you never know.
Seattle.
I mean, you gotta sneak some fucking free wins in. They gotta pay these schools money.
Stephen F. Austin. I mean, what was
They've
that,
lost.
7 years
They've
ago?
lost to them before. Yeah,
I know,
probably
they
like
don't
7
play
years
them
ago.
this year.
That was it. No, it was a Zion year.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that
It was
was
a Zion
wild.
year.
That
So-
they were a dynasty for 3 years, 4 years. Stephen F. Austin.
Don't sleep on Seattle. Cam Tyson.
He
Dog.
back.
Sketchy. John
Yeah,
Christopher.
Kobe
What's
Williams.
UT Arlington's schedule? I need to look at that.
UT Arlington.
Yeah,
Hell
dude, I love them.
It's these
Hell
just,
That was my
Steve.
fucking wagon last year. Dude, I bet them blind like ATS every single game. Like almost since like this. That was my first college basketball bet last year. Was whoever they played week 1, I bet UTA, and
Bob.
then
they were 23-9 ATS.
yeah, I remember I
Holy
bet them
shit.
against Texas Tech. They finished like 3rd overall ATS. That's like the most profitable.
Was
ATS.
UTA Arlington and Texas A&M Commerce that like random game that was on at like 11 a.m. with like the field trip kids or whatever?
Probably.
No,
Yeah.
it was like it went to like 3 overtimes.
Long Island did that. A lot of the schools do that. I forget what they call it, but I know Long Island did it. I think
It's
too.
Education Day.
Education Day. Yeah, the Horizon Leagues did that a bunch too.
I'm pretty
Because they
positive
always play at noon.
those are always fun. I think it was Texas A&M Commerce was that game he's thinking of last year. Let me pull it up. 24.
Because I remember they played.
I'm getting a drink, but it was Northern Colorado. I was
just gonna say 101.99
That-
double OT.
They were a fucking good team too last year for me.
Yeah, they weren't as good as they were 2 years ago. But was it
Not
Dalton-
even like good, like winning games, just like good. Yeah, they were like a part of the system overs. I think they were the faster team in that whole conference because they're in the Big Sky, right? I think
Northern
that
Colorado.
that whole fucking league is like ass. So it was them in Eastern Washington that were like the top 50 in pace, and so every time they played a conference game, everyone was like bottom 50 in pace because that conference sucks. So I watched an ungodly amount of Northern Colorado games last season.
I mean, they were decently entertaining. DJ, I
it's
bet
cool.
one UT Arlington game last year, and I took a money line against Grand Canyon. I actually faded my Grand Canyon boys, and it bit me in the ass.
in the tournament or
Yeah,
like
in the
regular
conference
season.
tournament.
Yeah, they lost by 5 or whatever.
That makes me feel so good knowing that I faded the 3rd hottest ATS team all year and didn't make any fucking money off of them.
Dude, they were a wagon. I love their head coach. KT Turner's, I think, in my opinion, he's a really good coach. He used to coach at Kentucky. He was an assistant, but I think they're going to be good this year. I mean, I know they lost one of their guards, Mekhi Williams, to GCU, which is obviously sucks because, I mean, they're in their conference. They lost Philip Russell to VCU. Dejon Gordon ran out of eligibility. But they brought in a few people that are like, I think are going to be pretty good. They brought in a kid from Troy who averaged 16 points a game. And then, obviously, you guys know who Trey Lance is. They brought him in, who he's played at Kentucky, then Villanova, and now he's a grad student at UTA. And I think he's going to have decent success in that offense. So, overall, I think they're going to be really good again in the WAC. I think Grand Canyon's obviously probably the favorite to win that conference. But, I think UTA is going to be really solid again.
Noted.
Yeah, I think they'll be up there, like competing with them for the 1 seed for sure. Like you said, they brought in a lot of guys, like even like Burford from Illinois State. I don't know if you mentioned him. Like he's a good piece that gives them a lot of minutes and could score last season. So, and then some D2 kid, that Jaden Wells kid they brought in D2 was averaging fucking 21 points a game. Obviously, it's a big transition up, but I mean he should be productive at the very least.
Yeah, I look for. I need to see who they play. Like to start out their season, they play UNC Dallas on November 4th. It's their first game, and then La Tech at home. I mean, I don't know. I'm interested to see how they look, especially with Trey Lance, because I was never a Trey Lance guy as a Kentucky fan, but I actually think he'll fit in really good with that the way KT Turner runs his offense. So.
All right, good info. I'll
Yeah.
have to pay more attention to UT Arlington. Was unaware of how dominant and how much of coin respecters they were last year. That would have been awesome to know instead of fading them. Is Philip Russell, is that Fats Russell? Wasn't he, or was he at Rhode Island? Damn it.
I have no fucking idea.
Fats Russell. I remember his name's Deron Russell, yeah. Rhode Island. I thought he transferred.
I think Fats Russell's been out of the league since COVID almost.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Philip Russell played for UTA. He transferred to VCU. He's a dog.
Oh, yeah, Fats Russell's been out for 3. Holy fuck, my brain sucks.
He also shoots like 20 times a game, though.
Hey, gotta shoot, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's all UTA does is just chuck up threes and play almost no defense, but
perfect.
Yeah.
I mean,
perfect for overs.
I mean, they got 28th projected tempo this year per KenPom. Also 73.4.
Yeah, how did I not ever bet them more? They were 34th in adjusted tempo last season.
Dude, it's insane. They're so entertaining to watch. And that was like part of the reason. Like I think one day I just wanted action and saw they played early and bet them and watched the game. And I was like, holy shit, like this team's actually good. And back then, damn near almost every game. I remember they played Texas Tech at Texas Tech last year, and they gave them a fight the entire game. And they covered. I know they covered. I don't remember exactly what the spread was, but I know they did cover because I nuked the shit out of them.
Yeah, holy shit. This was like a perfect over team. I don't know how I didn't bet them more. They turn the ball over at a fucking insane rate to give the other team just quick possessions. But when they have the ball, they fucking make all their free throws. They're like top 60 in offensive rebounding. Like I said, 68th in average possession length. Their opponents are 33rd. Yeah, what the fuck?
Damn, they were 359th in non-steal turnovers last year on offense. But they were also 54th in forcing non-steal turnovers. Damn. Balance, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pay
definitely keep
attention
an eye
more
on
to
them
that.
for sure.
God damn. It's the problem with 360 teams. You can't fit everyone on your radar, and then gems like this just slip through the cracks.
Right. 100%. Another team that you mentioned at the beginning of the show was High Point. I think they're going to be really solid this year. They got the Syracuse transfer who didn't ever play much because, I mean, I guess he just didn't. Yeah, he was a redshirt freshman or sophomore. I think he's a sophomore. He's 7'2". William Patterson, he's from Syracuse. And then Duke Miles averaged 17.5 points per game last season. And then Kamani Hamilton played for Mississippi State but didn't play much. I think he's going to be a good fit in that High Point team. So, and then they still have their like lead guard. I can't remember his first name, but his last name is like Gifa or something like that. He's a senior this year, and he averaged like 16 or 17 a game last year. So that's another team that I think, yeah, that's it. I think they're going to be really good this year too.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Duke Miles 36 from 3, Keza 34 from 3. Abu Dhali, Time, 36 from 3, Benham, 37. Like, they can shoot, and they returned a shit ton of guys, too. And now I'm drawing a blank on the coach's name. What the hell is his name? Huss. Dave Huss? Not Dave Huss. High Point basketball coach name. Alan Huss.
That's right.
Yeah, I forget where he came from, but he came from, I think, Creighton. Could be wrong. Look at his Wikipedia. Yeah, joined Greg McDermott's staff at Creighton. So yeah, he came from Creighton, so he knows all about that. I mean, yeah, returned a bunch of guys, and then like you said, they got what's his name, William Patterson from Syracuse, and no Duke. Is Duke Miles back? I'm looking at on 3.
Yeah, Duke Miles came. He transferred from Troy.
It says
This
he's
is saying
transferred
he's
to
gone.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
Damn, I missed
Yeah.
that.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
so.
saying transferred to Oklahoma.
Yeah, he's on OU.
Oh shit. Okay.
They got Demarion Williams from Texas Tech, though. They got Pettiford.
Yeah,
they
they
got
have Pettiford from East
ECU.
Carolina.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, that's not as good as Duke Miles, in my opinion, but Pettiford is still a hell of a player.
They got bench depth too. Like they have Terry Anderson from Lamar last year, who had 13 points per game, 6 boards a game. Like having guys like him come off the bench. They have a transfer from Canada too. Hildebrandt. They had his Canadian stats on here. I don't know like where the fuck he was playing. Or like, you know what I mean? I don't know what he's playing against, but his stats are good. Like 32 minutes a game, 16 points, 5 boards. Like they have depth for sure.
Oh, yeah. I'm still. I mean, ESPN still. I just pulled up the roster. ESPN hasn't even updated. It says Duke Miles is still here, but on 3's.
If you go to Duke Miles' ESPN, it says Oklahoma.
Yeah, I did just look. I didn't. Well, I must have missed that information. I was
didn't see that
laughing.
either.
I didn't know he transferred.
On 3's got his position as a CG. What the hell's a CG? Captain guard? What?
Maybe he's a guard for sure.
Oh yeah. Wow. Well, that's news to me. I didn't. New
It's only
position.
it's only like 6'2".
Yeah, Pettiford's 6'1", 190, 20 pounds more. I mean, might be able to bully his way in. But Pettiford's a solid replacement for Duke Miles. I mean, it could have been 100 times worse having to replace him, the guy who runs your offense. So
yeah, luckily for them, he's the only guy that they lost. So it sucks that it's him, but you can build around the other guys that came back.
Yeah. Bodo, I think, could have a big year. I mean, he was solid last year. I mean, he ended the last the conference tournaments. He had 19 boards against Radford, 16 Arkansas State, 16 against Seattle, 9 against Cleveland. I mean, 14 points, 14, 18. I mean, I think he's primed for a real big year this year, especially getting him in that offense for an entire year and then really clicking at the end of the year. I'm really high on High Point. I was unaware of that Duke Miles news, but regardless, Pettiford is a good solid replacement, and you're retaining probably about 85-90% of this roster anyway. High Point's gonna be dangerous.
Yep, I agree. Any other mid-major teams you guys are looking at?
Believe it or not, Western Kentucky, which is I know I target them a lot in football, but I don't. Mm-hmm. They're extremely experienced. They have a lot of seniors this year, and they got rid of Dante Allen, which in my opinion is a good thing because I think he's a cancer. He played for Kentucky and then transferred out to Western Kentucky, and he just, in my opinion, he didn't fit that offense very well. He's a corner 3 shooter, and he doesn't succeed at that. So wish him nothing but the best of luck at Wyoming, but he's not that guy. They lost Brandon Newman to Oklahoma State, I believe, but they got in a transfer. It's a big from Nebraska, I want to say. I know it's a Big Ten school.
Blase Kita.
Yeah. And then Don McHenry and Terrion Murdix, I'm a big fan of that backcourt. I think they're going to have a lot of success, and especially with Dante Allen, you don't have to feed him the ball because he's a heavy volume shooter. I think that's good news for them. So, and a lot of people don't remember they were up 7 against Marquette at halftime in the NCAA tournament. And I mean, they blew it down the stretch, but that was a game that had me on the edge of my seat because I don't have any ties to Western Kentucky, which it's funny I'm wearing it right now, but I love betting them in college football and college basketball. I was like shocked when I was in Vegas. I was watching that game. I was like, holy shit, it's just about to happen. Because obviously I didn't think
First
they were
half,
going.
I was in Vegas. Cash first half. I shouted them out last show actually, just due to the fact that they have 7 seniors on their team and a solid, probably one of the better backcourts in the out of the mid majors. I was driving down to Florida for a wedding. So I procrastinated the flight after I just went to Vegas. Blah blah blah. I was driving through like Western Kentucky area. I was like, let's just go to a Western Kentucky or Eastern. Let's just do the whole shebang in the Midwest this December. So Western Kentucky, you are on my not bucket list, but my yearly list to go visit this year, and I want to see this team specifically. I've been high on them all off season, Deej. I'm right there with you. They play Kentucky. They play Seattle, Murray State. You know, they definitely play some good mid-major teams. Grand Canyon. They opened the season up against Wichita State, which I think Western Kentucky is live in that game. And then, of course, they can just run through that pitiful CUSA conference that I think is just overrated, especially like Liberty and those kind of teams. So, yeah, I'm right there with you, Deej. I think that's a great call, and they got, like I said, one of the best backcourts even in college basketball.
I agree. They're going to be super fun to watch too. So and I love targeting experience. Like you said, they have so many seniors. Like I think they're tournament bound for sure, as long as they just win their conference. So.
Yeah, I'm counting 13 on the ESPN roster here. They've got 1 junior, 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen.
Crazy.
That's crazy. They can definitely beat Wichita State because bonus, it's at Western Kentucky too. They're not on the road.
Wichita State's kind of was underwhelming last year. Wichita State's got a lot of seniors as well too, though. They got a lot of seniors, but they're underwhelming. Wichita State's got a really easy schedule outside of Western Kentucky, but they're cupcaking before the conference tournament or conference play.
The only other decent teams in Conference USA is like La Tech and maybe Sam Houston, Liberty.
Liberty can hang. Sam Houston. Kennesaw State was really good last year, and then something happened to that team, and they lost like 12 in a row. They wouldn't cover anything. They were covering machines. So,
well, didn't South Florida, I think, just absorb that entire roster last year? No. Or are you talking last year?
Yeah, they kind of saw State.
Last year they were good.
Okay.
Last year they were good for like the November to December part of the season, and then came late January. They just something happened to that team.
But yeah, if you go down there, let me know. Western Kentucky's campus is fucking gorgeous. So I played high school football. Long story short, I went on a few visits there, and I went on a summer camp for their football team. Had a workout there, and the whole campus is beautiful. I've toured it a few times, so
I'm excited. I'm gonna pick a game and figure out when I can go. Just drive down there, stay in a Howard Johnson Inn, and just go.
Conference USA 2, Middle Tennessee. I got to look at the roster, but I loved backing them at home last year. They were an ATS machine at home, and then on the road they were absolute shit. Yeah, I remember backing them quite a bit last year at home. They had a decent win at home. Who was it? Oh, they beat Western Kentucky at home. I think that was Liberty. Liberty they beat at home towards the end of the year, and then beat La Tech in the tournament too. I mean, they finished the year out decently strong, but trying to see what this team looks like now.
Another team that did that too was your darling Nick, Purdue Fort Wayne. They were strong. They were covering machines, and then just something happened in the Horizon play.
They fell off the face of the earth, man.
Yeah, they couldn't even cover against IUPUI.
Yeah, it was bad the way they fell off, but I think they'll be back.
Needs to be studied.
They'll be back.
They'll be back this year. They returned like. I mean, I don't want to cut off Trevor if you want to talk about Middle Tennessee.
You're good. I was just saying. I mean, this is another senior heavy team, and I mean. Yeah. They got 2 sophomores and a freshman on Middle Tennessee. The rest of it's 3, 6, 9 seniors, 3 juniors. So I mean, they're an old team. Jalen Counter, IUPUI legend, now at Middle Tennessee. So took the best player.
Yeah.
Or no, was he? Yeah, he was IUPUI. I had a brain fart for a sec.
Yeah, I think if we want to go back to PFW, like I think they'll be good again this year, but also just be wary because of what happened last year. Like they returned almost fucking everybody except for Anthony Roberts. And they got some transfers in, but they're like nothing really special, just like bench pieces to hopefully give them some time to not like shit the bed when starters come out. But with all those guys returning, like I would hope that they could somewhat replicate the good games that they had from last year.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And if they can run that pace like they were doing at the beginning of the year too, that's what they need to do to stay in the game. They don't have any defense. I mean, score more points. I'll point out another mid-major, UMKC, the Roos. They kind of surprised teams in the Summit last year. Obviously, South Dakota State runs that league in basketball and I guess football. I think it's a different conference in football, though. But Oral Roberts, they are not the same team as they were. Denver, they're always a team that'll score 100, but they don't play defense as well. So I think this UMKC team will make some noise again in the Summit League. They have a pretty okay schedule. I mean, they play Iowa State and Creighton, of course, but, American, Albany, Puerto Rico, all right, Calvary, Hannibal, LaGrange. I mean, those Idaho, Southeast Missouri State, Portland, Bowling Green, Harris Stowe. Like they'll be they'll be a 20-win team this year for sure, and if not the 1 seed in the Summit, the 2 seed, and they'll be fighting for a bid tournament this year. They're just a grind you out kind of team. They play pretty efficiently for a mid-major, and they got 6 seniors that contribute to that team with 3 players returning, scoring 10 plus, and they're super tall. Their shortest player is 6 foot, but he is off the bench, and their starting lineup, the shortest player is 6'4". So it's a dangerous team.
Yeah, I think they'll be fighting with North Dakota State for the Summit this year. Like, I think North Dakota State is obviously going to be good again, like they always are. But I think it's kind of between them and KC this season. Like, South Dakota State is just.
You can't count out South Dakota State though. Eric Henderson has always got those guys cooking, and those 3 run that league, and then randomly St. Thomas and some teams will score some wins. I think Denver's a good team. They were good last year. I think they lost some players, unfortunately, to this.
I believe they still have Bruner. Right, now I got to Google this.
No, they don't have Bruner.
They don't?
No. They lost a lot of guys, but they do have Pedro Lopez San Vicente, 6'8" senior. He's a 4-year senior starter for Denver.
I'm on Tommy Bruner's Twitter page.
2 big guys,
Yeah,
Isaiah Carr, San Vicente.
Huffsard, he left.
He's
Denver.
gone. Yeah, he's gone.
God damn, where the hell did he go? Son of a bitch. He was that entire team.
He's graduated.
Yeah,
Figure.
he's just gone. He's out of college.
Well,
He was in college
how can he be out of college when we can get Cam Rising playing college football for a goddamn decade?
Well,
Because Cam Rising's probably getting money too.
It's because Tommy Bruner has been playing basketball since 2018 in college. 2018 to 2024.
Cam Rising's been playing since I got out of high school.
Okay, 2018.
Cam Rising's older than us. He's still fucking playing.
He played college pre-COVID, and then he finished 2024. USC Upstate, Jacksonville, and Denver. He was tired of wearing green. He's like, give me Denver.
He only played 5 seasons, Bruner, no? Yeah, he only played 5. He's 2019 to last season. He only played 5 seasons.
No, that'd be
just rolled his ankle in
2021, 2022,
So 6 seasons.
2024. Yeah, 6
Yeah,
seasons.
6. That's
No,
probably
I
like
count 5.
that's probably like what
20,
normal is
20,
nowadays.
21, 22, 22.
It's only that was only normal during COVID though, because they gave him that extra year
yeah,
of flexibility.
right.
But
But
injuries are a different thing.
Well, yeah, he played 13 and 21-22. He should have
Yeah, but
shirted and
But yeah,
That
that team will be ass this year compared to the other summer
I
leagues.
take back everything I said about Denver could potentially do something because without him, they're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, the three that are UMKC is the surprise, North Dakota State, and North Dakota was a surprise team last year as well, but not the same team again. So, and then South Dakota State's just the best program in that conference.
yeah, North Dakota State struggled a bit in conference. They only went 8-8.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
expect it to
Orobot's
be
still
better
living
this.
off of that Ohio State win and Max Acemus.
That motherfucker, I feel like, and what last year was his first year in Texas, right? He was still there afterwards.
Yeah, he played Texas.
I feel like that was fucking like 6 years ago, that Ohio State upset. Like, I feel like I was so.
I think it was like 3 years ago because I think
It
he
wasn't
played
that.
another
Yeah,
year
yeah,
and
I think so. I think he might have played 1 or 2 at Oral Roberts, and then he finally went to Texas.
Yeah. Hey, St. Thomas is in Green Bay Friday, November 8th. I think I might have my Friday night plans. Me, myself, and I go and check that out.
There you
Get
go.
get my eyes on this Doug Gottlieb program.
Yeah.
Man, I said last year, I don't know if I was like, as long as we keep either Sundance or Noah Reynolds, we'll be fine. And we lost both immediately.
They weren't staying.
No, I knew they weren't, but
maybe Sundance, but yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, I figured Reynolds would have been the one to leave and Sundance stay another year. They have another good year and might catapult himself into a anything but Horizon or a Big Sky job, but so be it. We'll see how it goes.
They were 18 and 14. A solid year for Green Bay, man.
Oh, that was probably our best year in since we went to the tournament 10 years ago.
I feel like we saw a lot of them last year. They were always tipping at noon, I feel like.
Yeah. They had a lot of noon games.
What are your guys' opinions on the MAC this year?
One of the worst conferences. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm not too high on the MAC. I'm excited for this little Sun Belt Conference versus MAC challenge. That's going to be probably the two best teams or two best conferences to pair up mid majors. Just some random variants. I love my Mike Lewis. But I don't know about our Cardinals. Deej. They did get Peyton Sparks back, which is good. Don't know. And they got Mickey Pearson. They can score the ball. But they sometimes ran flat on the road last year. I think you probably have. Well, I think that's one of the worst conferences other than Ohio. And then you got Akron, of course, too. But
I mean, I'm not looking forward to this season at all in the MAC, to be completely honest. All these teams are just different too, because we got kids that left Ohio, kids that left Toledo, Enrique Freeman obviously leaving Akron.
Yep.
So I just each team is just completely different now. You just look at the roster and it's names that you haven't even seen before on most of them. So
yeah.
A lot of mid-American conference. I wonder that's why it's because it is mid. Because you got this whole aisle of mid here in the analytics. So Miami, Bowling Green, Central Michigan, Ball State, Eastern, Western, NIU, and then even with losing those players, those top powerhouse teams of Akron, Kent State, Ohio, they still gathered. They still will be good with the people they even got, or their bench players are better than Buffalo's starting lineup.
Yeah, I mean Buffalo's going to be horrible. I don't.
Anquan Bolden Jr. though.
I have a question. Go ahead, Deej.
So I was going to say I hope Ball State, obviously since I go there, is going to be all right. But if Mason Jones sniffs the floor this year, I swear to God, I can't stand watching that kid play basketball.
Is he only a sophomore?
Yeah, he's a sophomore. But this last year, oh my God, it's so incredibly infuriating. It was just bad. I mean, Peyton Sparks will obviously open up the floor. So that was one thing that we missed last year was except spamming Bashir Jihad. But I mean, that only worked to a certain extent. So
yeah, that was solid. Sparks will be good for Ball State. He was, I mean, just a horrible match for IU. He spaz out there in the Big Ten, but playing SIU, Edwardsville, Bellarmine, come on, he can easily be a MAC All-American.
He'll win MAC Player of the Year 100%. Not a doubt in my mind. It's just the rest of the team is just mid.
Yeah. Mid-American Conference. I love it. They'll be like every team 15-15.
I have a question. What's going on with Sullinger at Kent State? Do you guys know like how he ended? Like he was supposed to go to Furman. He transferred to Furman, got kicked off the team at Furman, and now he's back at Kent State. And he was like good for them last year. But like I don't know what the fuck is going on with him, if he's like gonna start, if he's even gonna play, or like what's going on.
I
have no idea.
I completely forgot that he transferred out, but he's on the Kent State roster. So I was looking at it earlier today.
Yeah, he went to Furman, got kicked off Furman, and now is back at Kent State.
That kid's a baller too. I know.
Yes. Him and Chris Payton's gone now, so they lost him, but
on Cameron Davis. Good.
Yeah, he is good.
Devon Cameron, yeah, he's a good solid piece.
I wouldn't hate to like try to back this team because I know after they lost what was his name? Sincere Carey, like last year they kind of struggled isn't the right word. They just like I feel like at times they struggle to gel with one another. So I feel like another year post Sincere another year post Sincere Carey, I think it'll benefit them a lot. So
Kent State's the one that like drove me to almost kill myself like 2 days into the season. No, didn't they play JMU like the first week and went to like triple OT and lost, or double OT and lost? Was that them?
Yep. Yeah, that was 113-108 double overtime.
My
loss.
God, I know exactly the game you're talking about, bro.
I felt bad. I felt so bad for like my ex at the time. Like I was in the living room just fucking screaming, dude. Because that game was a fucking bullshit.
Dude, they were up by like 5 with like 7 seconds and lost.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a Snapchat memory.
That's right. That's right.
Like, dude, this is gonna sound fucked, but you know, like the meme where it's like the girl sitting on the couch and the guys behind it. I made like gambling Twitter. I put on the girl and then all the roster of Kent State. It was so fucked.
Yeah, JMU.
I remember that picture. I remember
JMU
that.
scored 5 points in 4 seconds to force OT.
Oh my God.
I remember this game. This and that TCU Gonzaga game like 2-3 years ago in March, where that kid hit the buzzer beater to blow the cover in that game. These are like 2 games that are just fried into my brain that like my grandkids are gonna have to hear about.
Dude, I completely forgot about that until you just mentioned it. Oh my God.
I can never forget, bro. I was so fucking pissed off.
Looking at this win projection, Kent State had a 99.5% chance to win with like this looks like what 10
there was
seconds
an
left.
offense there was an offensive foul on the inbound at 87-89.
Yeah. Because
that happened a lot last year. Like tons of just off-ball fouls that were called late. Some bullshit.
Dude, I guarantee I deleted the memory or like the Snapchat picture, but that shit is so fucking funny. No, I just remembered that. That's fraud.
Well, I mean, Chris Payton fouled out, so that probably was the nail in the coffin. I mean,
he was their big tough guy, and he's
25 from him, 22 from Reggie Bass, 30 from Sullinger.
Yep.
And then what was the backup center's name? He's a big motherfucker. Hornbeak. Surreal Hornbeak or something.
He's back. Yeah, he's back.
Yeah. God, that brings back nightmares, bro.
I told you, bro. I remember that vividly. Because I rarely ever watch, like, not at my computer. I watched that one in the living room because it was like the only game on. It was literally like the 4th day of the season. It was November 9th. So it was like the only game on, and I was fucking tweaking.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was fucked. Fuck that game. I wonder what the spread was. I could find it because I know I lost.
If you go to covers, I think it'll pull up.
I'm gonna go to my Twitter and find that post because I know for a fact I haven't deleted it.
I don't have it written down. Oh wait, it was Kent. Dude, it was Kent -3
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you bet it, because it made no sense.
at the time.
Yeah,
Then
sure.
it turns out
it's day
JMU
two.
was a fucking absolute wagon until they made it all the way to fucking. Did they
They made
beat
it
you
to
guys?
the round of shut up. They beat it to they made it to the round of 32.
Yeah, they beat you guys,
Yeah, I mean,
and then played me.
I'm a fan of the game. You know,
They
I
beat
have
you to play me.
I have
and
no
then
allegiance
lost,
to any team.
and then lost to Duke. Yeah.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
lost.
it turns out they were a wagon. So
Yeah.
in
That
hindsight,
was-
and then Kent State sucked. I swear that game killed them. It's like that UCF shit, Deej, in football. Like they lost that game, and I obviously it was the very start of the season, but they would win the games that they were supposed to win, but they weren't competitive and against higher competition. I feel like that. I
They
think that
went
game
even 500 the rest of the season, 16-16.
right.
Yeah, no, that JMU game, I knew we were fucked when I saw Connor Season walking out with the giant fucking boombox like they were about to win by 50. I was like, oh, we are so cooked.
Can you tell me the date of that game? Do you have it at the top of your head?
November 9th, 23.
Okay, I'm gonna go to my Twitter of that day because I know I went fucking ape shit on the timeline.
I'm sure I did too. Yeah. Any other mid majors? Huff, you have one. Trevor.
I mean, same.
Cover 'em
I mean,
all.
High Point, McNeese, and Grand
Yep.
Canyon. I'm just kind of going
Yep.
back to the well. I think they're going to be solid. I mean,
Yeah.
Ty and Grant Foster another year at Grand Canyon. And Grand Canyon's home court is got to be a top 50 in the country. That place gets nuts. Like they got the whole light show that the crowd's breathing down your back. It gets loud as shit in there. They got a great roster too. I mean, High Point also. I mean, we already talked about them, but yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be some other great mid majors, but those have got to be easily my top 3 this year. I mean, they're not really coming out of nowhere necessarily because they were really good last year, but a bunch of returning production, great coaching. I think they're just going to be running it back this year, and they're going to be maybe a little bit more overvalued, knowing after last year, but I still think they're all going to be wagons. High Point, probably my favorite of the year. I mean, Allen Huss, they're so good. They didn't lose anything. I mean, Duke Miles, but brought in Pettiford. Bodo's back for the second year, and he ended the season really hot. So I can only imagine you're going to give him a whole another season. He's gonna go nuts.
Yeah. Huff, anyone that we didn't touch?
Definitely could go through the whole gander, but that's pretty much all I got.
Sweet. Deej, any other ones?
No, I think those 3 that I said are at least what I have for now. I mean, yeah, that's it.
Fuck yeah.
Do we want to do some guessing lines for a few games that are starting the season, that Monday? Anything like that? Any games you guys are already eyeballing? Can't wait to watch. I mean, obviously we're going to be watching all these sicko ass games, but anything in particular you really got your eyes on? You can't wait to bet.
Let me pull up the schedule.
I mean, we're obviously going to be betting that Gonzaga Baylor game. I know we know that. Anyway,
Yeah.
Let's start with that one. What's the line going to be for that one? Baylor Gonzaga.
I have no fucking idea.
It'll probably be. Is it at a neutral or is it?
No, it's in
It's in
Spokane.
Gonzaga. Okay. Efficient. I'm guessing it'll probably be Gonzaga like -3, something like that. A 1-possession score, -2, -3.
Yeah, it's gonna, I feel like it'll be like 4, maybe 5 to Gonzaga.
Ken Palm's got this 3, so I mean, it's always pretty much right on the, especially to start the season.
I fucking hate Gonzaga though.
Yeah,
I would take.
Don't worry about it.
I'll just take Baylor out of spite. Root
Baylor
for
gets
all
some
the
points.
transfers in.
Yeah.
It's just so tough to go out to fucking Spokane too and just play them at home to start your season.
Yeah, that's brutal.
they have, it's like, let me see how many like new guys they have. But like if you have a lot of guys coming in, it's so it might be hard for them to fucking they're just starting to play with each other, and it's like, yeah, I mean they have six new guys coming in, like Rocho, Mir, Edgecombe. Like you got to see how they're gonna play together, and like having your first test against fucking Gonzaga is not an easy one.
Yeah, I mean Gonzaga brought in Braden Smith from Colgate, so
yeah.
Khalif Battle and Michael Ajayi incoming. So I mean, some solid pickups there. But Scott Drew, it's so hard to fade Scott Drew. I mean, and what did we do last year? We loved to back him on the road, hated to back him at home. You got Norchad, Dog, Jeremy Roach. He's pretty damn good. And then Jaleel Celestine from Cal. So it is what it is. But I mean, the VJ Edgecombe, they have 3 top 50 freshmen players coming in this year too. So I mean, they're not hurting for talent. That's for damn sure.
Is Ventures injured still or no?
I would think we were just talking about this. What? What's suffered an Achilles? Yep, yeah, suffered an Achilles tendon injury. Missed the entire 24-25 season.
Okay.
What hurt him last year?
I don't remember, but he was hurt last year too.
Torn
right?
ACL. He tore his ACL last year.
I mean, so he's
for
just
the regular season.
So he's just not playing anymore. Like his mother doesn't have a leg
cooked.
anymore. He fucked up the 2 worst things he could at back to back. Like that sucked. I feel bad for him.
I was really excited about him
You
last
think
year.
Gonzaga's 3.5? 4?
According to KenPom. And you got to factor in that it's going to be in Gonzaga. KenPom has a 78-75.
Kind of like it. I think that Khalif Battle is big time pickup for them. Him and Nemhard in the backcourt. I guess you got Hickman too, but
I mean, they have a ton of pieces. Like I fucking hate I hate saying that they're good, but I mean they're always fucking good. But you have Ike down low is huge. Ben Gregg is also fucking huge. Starting at the 4, like their backcourt is fucking good. Like it's like I said, I'm not gonna back him because I fucking hate him. But
Is Anton Watson still there? You should probably look at that.
No, he's the only one they lost.
yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, he's on
We
Boston.
will be boozing after that game if they lose. Just boozing. Gonzaga by 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think it'll be like 4.5, 5. If it's that high, I'm taking Baylor though.
We'll open at like 4,
Yeah.
4.5, catch steam to 6.
Yeah.
I'm taking Baylor at that point.
Yeah.
If it's
They always play it
50,
close to
I'll be
KenPom.
surprised.
Yeah, they always play it close to KenPom to start the year. It's sitting at 3, so yeah. I mean, if it's anything like one possession, I feel like we got to take Gonzaga at home, especially if Baylor's going to play a couple of freshmen. But man, I hate to put my money on Gonzaga. I hate those guys.
Yeah, fuck them.
Choke artists. Mark
Agreed.
Few's going to have a few after the game.
He's gonna have a few at the game and then drive home.
Yeah, true. Got to deal with these fucking reporters.
What a fucking dumbass.
I want that video. So funny. I'm Mark Few, coach at Gonzaga.
Paolo did it too, though.
I was just talking to somebody about this today when somebody was talking about Paolo on the Magic. I was like, do you remember that Ohio State game where they just kept chanting DUI at him?
Remember when he
The
just
sticks.
him and fucking Kay's grandson got pulled over and then just played that night or the next day or whatever?
Yeah.
They didn't even sit a game; they just played.
I don't think Kay's grandson ever did play a game, but
I think he took the fall for that shit.
yeah, he did. He did. Paolo's like, "You got this, right, fam? All right, cool."
Yeah, Paolo said, "I'll give you fucking 10% of my rookie fucking contract if you take the fall here."
Let's be
I
honest,
would
dude.
too.
You
Fuck
know
it.
you
What?
got it.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Nick, did you see it? I just sent it to you.
Yeah, I said it in chat.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Thank him.
I commented on it when you sent it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Because I was part of the fucking.
Yes,
Wow.
Temple
Yeah.
Legend Khalif Battle. That's right. That's right.
And the one dude that's at Arkansas, Where was it? He went to
John
Arkansas.
L. Davis is at Arkansas now.
Not,
oh my god.
no, Khalif Battle went to Arkansas last year. I'm thinking of other Temple guard with Battle. Why am I blanking tonight on names? It's pissing me off.
You're blanking on names. I can't fucking pull a name out of my hat.
Yvonne's got it. He'll pull it up. I know he's got it. It was that Temple 2022 roster was fun to watch. There's Battle. I can't remember.
I'm gonna remember it the second somebody says it.
Someone's got to say it. I'm looking it up. I'm so mad at myself. Aaron McKee Jr. Oh, Damian Dunn. How could I forget him?
Damian Dunn. There it is.
That team was solid.
Yeah.
Khalif Battle's been a senior for 4 years. It's incredible. He's 6
And we
years.
can't get Tommy Bruner an extra freaking year. Are you kidding me?
He's already did 6. 6 is the Perry Ellis. So once you hit Perry Ellis at 6, you're done.
Dunzo.
The Perry Ellis length.
Oh boy.
All right.
Anything else? Any other lines?
Big game.
Ohio State versus Texas is the game, I believe, right?
Yeah, actually,
I
yeah.
believe so.
It's a neutral floor.
And where? Vegas? Did you? just
Yeah,
say?
go figure.
Maybe Texas 3 or 4 points as well, then.
Because why would we play college?
I hate
basketball
Ohio State.
campuses?
Yeah, but they did catch fire with Diebler at the end of the year, but
They did.
I can't back them. Bruce Thornton's pretty good, but
Give me Texas.
Michi Johnson.
Out of neutral, what's the spread?
It's
I'll
probably
tell you
3
what
or
KenPom is, but give me your guess.
That's 3, 4.
I was gonna say 3 or 4 too.
I would low-key take it with Ohio State. I think they're going to build off of last year, but KenPom has this 72-71.
Oh, hammer.
If it opens at 1,
Hammer. Fuck
Yeah, but
Ohio State.
Texas really doesn't have. I mean, they got Kaluma.
Arthur Kaluma was kind of hit or miss last year. He had his moments.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that Texas team doesn't get me going as much as that. I mean, I don't know. Where's the game at Monday?
Vegas.
Vegas.
They brought in Jordan Pope from Oregon State, 17 points per game. Tremont Mark from Arkansas, 16 points per game. Like you said, Kaluma was hit or miss, but like they took 2 Indiana State boys. I don't know, bro. If it's
Just
one,
load it up.
I'm saying they did lose like fucking everyone though.
Ace
Smith, Dessou, Mitchell, Tyrese Hunter, Brock Cunningham. They're all fucking gone. It's like a whole new team basically.
Bro, I
Tremont
like
Marks.
Tremont Mark.
Me too. He's fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's 1-2, if it's one possession, like I'm for sure, I will have money on Texas. I don't give a fuck.
It's a lot of new pieces and a lot of pieces to lose, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Like I just made that argument for Gonzaga beating Baylor with new guys coming in, but
That's fair. Well, Baylor's also.
no, but like I'm saying, I'm agreeing with you. Like,
Oh, yeah.
but Ohio State has a ton of new players too. Like they're starting
Yeah.
5, they're projected starting 5 or 4 transfers.
Yeah. Akpara's gone. Zed Key's gone. He was huge.
Yep.
Roddy Gale. Dayton.
Jameson
That's actually
Battle.
another. Yeah.
Bruce Thornton's pretty good.
Quez Glover. Sean Stewart at Dookie. That's
Yeah.
never good for
But Roddy Gale goes to Michigan. What a joke.
They took Parrish from San Diego State too, and Michi Johnson fucking rocks. Like,
Yeah,
he's
Bradshaw,
good.
Parrish, Michi. I mean, you replaced them. I mean,
But it's like the same thing. Like I think the guys that came into Texas are better than this roster. So if you're just putting like skill versus skill, like and not regarding chemistry, playing together, all that shit, like Texas by a possession for sure for me.
yeah.
Plus, I think
it's
their
so much
coach is
fun
better.
doing horns down, though.
You can still do it.
We'll see what the line says.
Yeah. Yeah, but KenPom's got this at 1. So, I mean, like Nick said,
We
kind
gotta-
of a horse
We got to
race.
see when it opens because if it's 1, it'll go up for sure. Like it'll
Oh,
get
yeah.
to 2.5.
Yeah,
easy.
everyone will remember Ohio State for a majority of the year where they shit the bed.
Yeah.
Just were terrible.
They're also gonna see Texas ranked and Ohio State unranked, and just be like, "Whoa,
What happens if it opens Ohio State -1?
I don't care. I don't. But I'm also a dumbass. Like people will see
At
that.
that point it shouldn't matter because it's a pick 'em as well. Like I mean, it's either
Yeah, I
side.
think he's just saying like if the books think Ohio State is supposed to be the favorite, like how
And then
people
people
are
are gonna be-
wrong team favored.
If
Vegas
they
knows
open that at
something.
1.5, they have no fucking idea what they're doing either, regardless of which side they're on.
Yeah.
They're in on it because they're in Vegas. If it's Ohio State favorite. No, I don't. But like I said, I never look into that shit. And I'm like, why are the books think Ohio State's favored? They're probably going to win because they shouldn't be ever. They shouldn't be favored here. It's like, whatever. I'll just take Texas at plus money then.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, there's an argument for both teams there. I mean, this would be Diebler's. Well, I shouldn't say his biggest game. I mean, he took over and they had some big home wins to end the year, I believe. Pull up this. Yeah, the end of the season, beat Rutgers, Michigan, Nebraska, Michigan State, Purdue. Yep.
Maybe Purdue.
Like we said, it's a whole different team.
Wisconsin, though.
Oh, then they suck. I'm just kidding. It's a whole different team. It's literally like it's 4 new guys in the starting lineup.
Made it to the second weekend of the tournament, too. Lost to Georgia by 2.
Georgia was so weird last year.
Yeah, they were. They made it. I mean, granted, Texas ran into Tennessee on first weekend game too, but they still made it further. Lost to Kansas State immediately in the Big 12 tournament. Beat Colorado State 56-44. Holy shit, I forgot about that game.
Jesus.
Yeah, Colorado State shot 32.4% from the floor. Well, from 2, 25% from 3.
I also think
Texas
Rodney Terry's. I think Rodney Terry's a good coach. From what we've seen the last 2 years now.
Yeah, he's been there. 2 years.
Because Beard
this
got
is
let
his
go.
third year. This will be his 3rd year.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Beard got let go because he fucking beat his wife or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. He got drunk and beat her, and then Ole Miss was like, "You're hired."
That Ole Miss team was good though.
They were.
They'll be good again.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, again.
They're a high scoring offense. I like them.
Yeah.
Don't condone coach, but players.
Hey, I think she dropped the charges. That's all I'll say. But,
so did the girls with a lot of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger never went to jail, but
that was pre-social media. He got lucky.
He has money, like Trevor said.
Well, I think it's also had to do with, a lot of people back then, if you found something out, you sweep it under the rug. You can't do that anymore either.
Yeah.
Too much access to information. People used to live in their own echo chambers. Now they do, but they get to see every information they want to, especially more bad than good.
100%. Yeah, I think that's about the biggest game of the day outside of mid-majors. So,
yeah.
So it sounds like Gonzaga and Texas for Nick.
Oh, hell no. The Gonzaga depends on the spread. Like, if it's 2 possessions, it's for sure I'm just locking Baylor. Mostly because I hate Gonzaga. But if
where do you draw the line? 3?
Hell no.
Yeah, maybe.
Gonzaga rolls 6-7 points.
See, I want
to.
Yeah.
That's like kind of what I'm saying. Like, if it's like 5, like I would be very, very tempted to take Baylor.
Yeah. 5
I don't want to lay 2 I don't want to lay 2 full possessions with Gonzaga. Like if it's 6.
Has Gonzaga played any scrimmages yet this year? Actually, they haven't.
I don't know.
Let's see what we get.
Again, secret scrimmages before they always existed. Now that they're not secret anymore, everyone just leaks shit. It's fucking cooked.
Gonzaga craziness. Well, they scrimmaged themselves and had like a shooting contest.
Wait, no, Gonzaga Baylor had a secret scrimmage. Well, that was last year. Shit.
Yeah. I was just looking at that. I was like, wait, so this is a scrimmage even though it's on opening night?
They play USC in 3 days exhibition.
Who does Gonzaga?
A charity exhibition against USC
I hope,
on
is that
Big 10 Plus. Wow.
on Big 10 Plus. So VIP row that game. Okay.
Whoa.
I mean, just kidding.
I got to
Yeah,
bounce. Nish, thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
we
Deej,
can
thanks for
chat.
having us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. We'll do it again for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're
We
gonna
try
be staying active for the season. It's the best time of the year, man.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
we try and
I'm
rip
excited
them on-
for it, man.
We try and rip Saturdays before like the big slates, like every week, if whatever spread out throughout the week, if anything happens. But usually Saturday morning for sure.
Oh yeah, those Saturday morning ones definitely. Get as
I'm
many games
sure.
in, build a little group parlay or something for the day, and rock and roll.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, we hit our first one last year, so we got to hit our first one again this year.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Deej, thanks, fellas. Always a good time. We'll do this again pretty soon. Let's fire up one more before the season starts. Whenever they get lines out, and then we'll just have to rip through it and see what we like, any value, anything like that. So,
Little
Yep.
Sunday night football action, maybe. Little Sunday night football show. We got games on
works
Monday.
for me.
Works for me.
Works for me. I mean,
Yeah, potential.
that first that first day we're gonna you have to put the entire bankroll on Texas or Gonzaga, one of the two. Be completely irresponsible.
Oh no, I already have lost it already on Charleston, Southern Illinois.
Yeah, true. Forgot about Nevada playing. Who the fuck did they play early? I mean, the IU Indy game, inaugural Indianapolis game. Gonna have to fire on that.
Well, only you can bet on that because we don't get those teams that you can bet on. IU Columbus, man, I don't know how to bet on these teams.
Oh yeah, you're in state. Damn, it'll just be me and Nick rolling in IU Indy cash.
What are you guys doing? It's legal. No, I'm just fucking with you.
All right, well, yeah, good show. Thanks, fellas. We'll fire up
Yeah.
another one when we get number or lines and shit, and go from there. We're close. 12 days. Well, 11 tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
Anytime,
DJ.
bro. Anytime.
All
Hop
right,
back on,
guys.
Deej.
For sure.
Absolutely. Take it easy, fellas.
See ya.
Peace.